This is a number of the members of this committee have competing committees meeting right now on very important things. So members are going to be in and out. Please don't take that as a sign of any disinterest in your testimony or your answers. But there are a lot of things going on the Hill today that are priorities from a standpoint of legislative activity. Director Coates, it's my understanding you're going to give one opening statement for the entire group, and then we'll move to questions.
Yes, sir.
The floor is yours.
Mr. Chairman and Mr. Vice Chairman, members of the committee, we are here today, and I'm here today with these exceptional people who I have the privilege to work with. We are a team that works together in making sure that we can do everything we possibly can to bring the intelligence necessary to our policymakers, to this committee and others, relative to what decisions they might have to make given this ever-changing world that we're facing right now. During my tenure as DNI, now 2 years in, I have told our workforce over and over that our mission was to seek the truth and speak the truth. And we work to enhance, to agree with and enforce that mission on a daily basis. I want our people to get up in the morning to work to think that this is what our job is. Despite the swirl of politics that swirls around not only the Capitol but the world, our mission is to keep our heads down, our focus on the mission that we have to achieve in order to keep American people safe and our policymakers aware of what's happening. So truly, the efforts of people sitting here at this table and all their employees and all of our components is not really public for the release for the public to know about, but we continue to value our relationship with this committee in terms of how we share information, how we respond to your legitimate questions that you bring to us and tasks for us, and we value very much the relationship that we have with this committee. My goal today is to responsibly convey to you and the American people in this unclassified hearing the true nature of the current environment. And in the interest of time, I'd also like to refer you to my statement for the record for a more complete threat picture. As I stated in my recent remarks during the release of the National Intelligence Strategy, we face significant changes in the domestic and global environment that have resulted in an increasingly complex and uncertain world, and we must be ready. We must be ready to meet 21st century challenges and recognize emerging threats. The composition of the current threats we face is a toxic mix of strategic competitors, regional powers, weak or failed states, and non-state actors using a variety of tools in overt and subtle ways to achieve their goals. The scale and scope of the various threats facing the United States and our immediate interest worldwide is likely to further intensify this year. It is increasingly a challenge to prioritize which threats are of greatest importance. I first would like to mention election security. This has been and will continue to be a top priority for the intelligence community. We assess that foreign actors will view the 2020 U.S. elections as an opportunity to advance their interests. We expect them to refine their capabilities and add new tactics as they learn from each other's experiences and efforts in previous elections. On the heels of our successful efforts to protect the integrity of the 2018 midterm elections, we are now focused on incorporating lessons learned in preparation for the 2020 elections. I would now like to turn to the variety of threats that currently exist and may materialize in the coming year. I'd like to begin with remarks on what I would describe as the Big Four: China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran.
This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.